Anthony Arden aka Tony Kabaka, one of the most prominent youth leaders in Nigeria, believed to have thousands of youths very loyal to him, during the week, came out with a video press release to confirm before the general public that he was invited by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, over petitions and allegations of Naira abuse, stating that he honored the invitation because nobody is above the law, but he decided to issue the video press release because of Albert Obese, a loyalist of the immediate past Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, whom he accused of always insulting him and trying to spoil his name on social media. Thus, he issued a threat message to pluck off his teeth and break his bones with his own bare hands anytime Albert Obese, who is currently living in London, comes to Nigeria, adding that, since his parents cannot call him to order, and if Albert Obese ever insults him on social media platforms again, his parents' home will be visited and the parents will start feeling the heat. Although, in less than 24 hours after issuing the statement, Tony Kabaka issued another video press release at night, apologizing to the parents of Albert Obese and withdrew his apparent threat messages earlier issued against them, but hours after issuing the apology message on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Albert Obese cried out on social media, raised an alarm that his own house situated at Amagba area in Benin City has been attacked and properties destroyed by people he suspected to be Tony Kabaka and his boys. Emphasizing that nobody is above the law in the first video he issued, Tony Kabaka said he went to EFCC office as invited and his lawyer took him on bail, saying, he wonders why Albert Obese is going about on social media platforms giving all manners of narratives as if he has done something wrong to honor EFCC invitation. Tony Kabaka also accused Albert Obese of being the alleged instigator that went about and started reposting the videos of him spraying money at 3 different ceremonies which he said made EFCC to invite him. According to Tony Kabaka, the videos of the alleged abuse of Naira notes were events that were held long ago, a period he said he never knew the government was really serious about the CBN Act of Naira abuse. Stressing that the videos and the events were recorded and held long ago before his close associate and co-official colleague in the Edo State government, Kelly Akumboa aka Ebo Stone, allegedly violated the Naira abuse laws, which he was also invited by the EFCC. While apologizing to Albert Obese parents over his comments and apparent threat, Tony Kabaka listed many wrongs the London-based Albert Obese has allegedly committed against him, which include allegedly instigating the then-Governor Godwin Obaseki to demolish his hotel, the T Latifa Hotel and Suites that was demolished in 2020 by the former governor on the ground that the hotel was built on government primary school land, even when an High Court had issued a restraining order in 2019, ordering the then-Governor Obaseki to stop the demolition plan. The High Court later ruled against the Edo State government and ordered the government to rebuild the hotel and hands it over to the owner, Tony Kabaka. Although the Edo State government appealed against the High Court ruling, but few months ago, the appeal court also ruled and affirmed the decision of the lower High Court. Continuing, Tony Kabaka, who was the chairman of Accuse Ventures, a revenue collecting agency who were in charge of revenue collections during the time of Senator Adams Oshiomhole as Edo State Governor, also accused Albert Obese of being the one that went publicly to tell the world that he celebrated having 2 billion Nairas as his own savings. Tony Kabaka added that, since Albert Obese allegedly told the whole world that he celebrated having 2 billion Nairas of his own, he knows what he has been facing and the issues the alleged statement has caused him. Reacting, Albert Obese said he has done nothing wrong by alerting the public that Tony Kabaka has been arrested and that shouldn't warrant him to start threatening him and his parents. Albert Obese, who appeared furious over the apparent message issued against his parents by Tony Kabaka, insulted the youth's leader specifically with the word "waka," saying, this is the first time he's insulting Tony Kabaka because the Edo State government revenue enforcement consultant, Tony Kabaka, insulted his parents. Albert Obese went further to make more allegations against Tony Kabaka and his close associates in the Edo State government over revenue collections. Albert Obese alleged that Tony Kabaka and one of his associates in the employment of Edo State government in charge of revenue matters are using their personal bank accounts to collect revenue from taxpayers in the state, adding that the alleged diversion of government revenues into the personal accounts is the source through which Tony Kabaka allegedly gets money he sprays and allegedly abuses at ceremonies. Albert Obese went further to show an apparent video evidence of a payment receipt of 300,000 Nairas allegedly paid into the personal account of one of the said associates of Tony Kabaka. Dismissing the insinuations that he was the one that planned and attacked his own house at Amagba, Albert Obese said, "A lot of people saw Tony Kabaka at the Amagba area on Wednesday before his house was attacked." Albert Obese added that it was one bride that took Tony Kabaka and his boys to show, attack and destroy his house. As of the time of filing in this news report on Thursday afternoon, the Edo State Police Command of the Nigeria Police Force is yet to react over the incident.
He said midday detention. Normally, I want to say something here. Is it bad if you are invited by EFCC? Am I above the law? I'm not above the law. EFCC invited me. I went there. They asked me questions about this video. A video that concerns Meribi marriage. So that is the video Abba started trending. And the one of Abba Maolita and Akbes father's burial. 3 video. I went there to defend it. I went there. Really, that video is long. Before Imo State was arrested. When Imo State was arrested, I think since then, everybody changed the narrative of spray money. You understand? Because we now know that this law is very serious. So for you, Albert, to come and be bringing, you are not the one telling EFCC what to do. EFCC don't even watch your page. EFCC, they are doing their job, normal duty. Am I above the law? Albert. I was invited by EFCC. I went there for questioning. After everything, my lawyer took me on bail. I came back home. You started doing video that I'm on detention. Albert, Obame awawe, don't kabazo. Obame awawe. Nuke ziba, nuke gbe, mewegbe kan, ya nema ni redu, ya tamao. Ya nera no migo, ongwegwa, we. Abas. Wesha, ewebo why you are not coming to Nigeria again, the way I look at you. You have been insulting everybody, even to the palace. You. Don't worry. I'm waiting for you one day so that we jump one-on-one. Let me break your wrist. I break your jaw. You know me now. Can I describe myself for you again about? That is it. The answer is no. Until when you fall back, may God let you fall back home. May God bring you back home one day. May one thing bring you to Nigeria. Then you know you are talking. I'm doing this video because of that. We are Albert, now me, Kabaka, you take the shot. Don't worry. If I catch you, you will receive my blow, Albert. Not the way you never talk for my body. Say me day detention. Whether now your papa, you already detention, what time ago. You remember, not because you did London, you did get mad. Because you did London, you did get mad. Albert, if I catch you, carry on, follow me. You know me. You say your pa, your mama, they detention. And they do all this nonsense. Your family, they look you. They never advise you. But when I don't meet you, they'll come to shout like Chihuahua. No worry. You don't try me. No worry. Make devil put you come Nigeria one day. May you see what I go use you and see about. And what better be you are. We're not going to be out. Ogun better be you. You are no war. I don't be you no war. Or when you they talk to me about. Wait for me. I
want to say this, that going forward, because of Tony Kabaka's threat to my life and that of my parents, anything that concerns Edo matter, I want to remove my hand.
The special advisor to Governor
I want to remove my hand so that I will get peace and my family will get peace. Because this one that they are threatening me and threatening my family is enough is enough. But the truth remains that Tony, for the first time I want to insult you because you insult my parents. Tony. I can work by who born you? Who born you? This process has been ongoing. Who born you? Now, see what you carry me come. He went to me after now. Well, it's Iyamu, Imuyamoji. Well, it's Iyamu, the number 2 man for Atalakpa, used his personal account to collect government revenue. Tony Kabaka is the 001 of Atalakpa recovery nonsense where they create. Why this man? Well, it's well they call Baba Iyam. Now he be 002. Now these guys are moving from shop to shop in Edo, extorting poor, innocent Edos, hardworking, struggling innocent Edos. Now it get people when they buy scrap, when they buy all those condemned iron. I spoke with 3 of them. They said under Obaseki, nobody came to them to harass them.
That was the scenario at
but after Atalakpa recovery, led by Tony Kabaka and Weliti Iyamu, they have been moving from shop to shop. You have Hausas, Igbos, and some people doing the business. They said they are going to be paying 300,000 to Tony Kabaka. 300,000. This is what they do. If they reach your shop, they will load your iron. When you don't buy from all these outside people, they will load the iron for motor. They will seize their skin. Now they say they beat up one guy, so that the guy don't get choice. That's to pay. Now the receipt when they issue the guy. This is the receipt when they issue the guy. When they call Baba Iyam, this man, we don't know his sex, use his personal account to collect 300,000. Exactly what the Imo State they do with PSROT. Now they don't know who give the POS when they collect money. Personal account 300,000. Now here Tony Kabaka when they make money, when they're going to spread for party, they live lavish life. That's why they want to shut me up. They want to shut me up and threaten my parents, threatening me that I should not come to Nigeria. Because they know that if Abatoma is shut up, they will descend on the poor masses.
For the video I do earlier today, you know, when you are angry, there's some words you use. So after going back and I received a lot of calls, a lot of people were not happy with me because of the parents of Abat talk to. You know, it's so sad when you see somebody insulting you every day. For over 8 years now, this boy is insulting me, calling me source of me. So I'm doing this video to sincerely apologize to the parents of Abat. Because the innocence of what is going on. It's because of the anger in me and the way it was insulting me, the way still doing it. The parents are really innocent. So I sincerely apologize. Era batu yaba gwaegwe. Era mo ewa ebi omo wa. Era mo me ebi omo wa. Enowiwa wa is very bad inside. I saw the video yesterday. Early this morning, after my video, so I really felt bad. How about a moment? It's a problem here.
The roads linking the area were
drawn from the Nigerian police
and the Nigerian The special advisor to Governor God
because of you were better said I don't know what I've done to that body. They have been doing me, dragging a lot of Benin, even to the extent of the partner. So I don't, since your son is untouchable, it's okay. Anytime I have my wife, you under me, where's Domo. If you do, I'm apologizing to the entire people that wish me well, that were calling me, that tried to take the parents out of it. May God bless you all. He's a good guy. I also sit down and think back really is a good advice. But you know it's very painful when somebody that is not to your age or your last born insulting you like a baby every time, bullying on me. This boy went as far to lure the government to destroy my hotel. This boy went as far as to telling the world that I celebrate 2 billion. Since then, I know what I face. Since they destroyed my hotel, I know what I've been facing. I lost my hotel was destroyed. My passport that I used to travel all over the world was inside my safe. I lost it. Since then, I've not traveled anywhere in this country. So it's so painful. So seeing about doing all those things is very painful to me because with what I face, with the challenge I face. So, well, because of the masses and the public, I apologize sincerely to the family of Abba. Thank you.
That was the scenario at
Say this to you.
and Sweet.
This boy bright.
Don't
already said to the Kabaka away. Then with Daliti we injure. We know why Daliti injure.
Residents and shop owners
Blood,
watched
eh?
helplessly as the hotel
Blood
was
need to
demolished,
drop.
said to be
Now why the boy
erected on
blood
government
drop?
land.
For that place. Now why he injured? Carry better injury come out. Carry better injury come out. That boy where Papa Febi Parliament. We get BS. We're gonna beat people for tribunal. Now he injured. The Sharia brother, now drive to the laws. So it's not a matter of who go there. Everybody saw Tony in Amagba. Is it a secret? Everybody saw Tony in Amagba. They do Oduka go there. And then they regret that they pay media to come do damage control. He came down. He come down for town hall. Say, oh, what possible? Then the bright carry and go to my house. That's secret. Tony, don't feel like you are not a coward. If you are not a coward, deny. I don't want to know who dead. You should be able to say yes. Now me, Tony, I carry out the threat as the APC youth leader to destroy Batomate house. That's how to know a real man. If I do anything, I will never deny. I think before I act. Maybe I'm not really be on orientation for the NBA. For the NBA, when you talk for BBC, say you join. Eh? Are you talk for BBC? Say you be NBA member. So you don't destroy my house, Abi? It's okay.
The court case on Hotel and Suite spanned
just carry go destroy the house. You what? That is a blood spill. If you look at the furniture of that house, if you look at the AC sharp, now old furniture, now old things that they there. And all. You have to call the court. Nigerians, I don't know why you cannot send message or voice note. Must you call me? I have received over 150 calls, 200 calls. I want to pick up the calls. Even if you are trying to show solidarity, send message or voice notes. I think they play as I drive. I can't pick your call. Nigerians can never send message. Must you call me to advise me? Do I look like one of them says? Now today that's how they threaten me. Say, brother, I might never go there. Cass never talk many times. Tony don't threaten me and my family yesterday. This morning, they said he was going to my family house. Say, I go beg my papa. I don't know who advise him. I don't know who advise you. Who advise you when you don't go, eh? The person really like you. If you want to do propaganda, use body rub there. Maybe you see my dad like illiterate. Maybe they need to tell you my dad's story. When you say stubbornness, you take her from my father. Or you teach us that you can be stubborn but don't be a thief. She's like, bro, reach this level. Papa never borrow money once. I'm very sure this is my wife, you know me. She knows I never borrow money once. You want to follow do propaganda. You are threatening to buy them. So if you like, you go anywhere. You are on your own. Tony Kabaka, what's in my house doing?
Edo State Police Commissioner Monday Agbonika says he has arrested policemen seen venting their anger and destroying vehicles in Benin City after they were sent as a backup team to rescue their colleagues, some men of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team, IRT, who apparently were overpowered by a group of youths who protested, demanded and ensured the IRT officers released the suspects the special police officers had arrested on ground of alleged unlawful arrest, which to extort money from the suspects, forcing the protesting youths to vandalize the police vehicle at Okigwe-Owerri quarters in Aluku area of Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State last week, and in addition to this, The Inspector General of Police has also subjected 6 officers including their supervisor to a disciplinary action after a viral video that was circulated on TikTok and other social media platforms saw one of the officers of the Nigerian police force extorting money from travelers along the Benin bypass in Edo State under the pretense of enforcing the Electronic Central Motor Registry (ECMR) certificate, even when the Inspector General of Police has long suspended the enforcement since July 2024. According to the statement issued on Wednesday by the Edo Police Command spokesperson, Moses Yamu, you may recall the unfortunate attack on IRT personnel by some protesting youth at Onuimo community on the 20th of May 2025 while in transit from Lagos through Edo State, leaving them with various degrees of life-threatening injuries and their vehicle vandalized. A reinforcement team deployed to the scene successfully rescued these officers and effected the arrests of some of the miscreants involved in the attack. However, some officers were captured in a video conducting themselves in an unprofessional manner smashing a vehicle parked in the location. Inasmuch as the command condemns the act of attacking the IRT personnel, it views the police conduct during the rescue as highly unprofessional. Therefore, these personnel who have been identified to be from the command's quick response team have been arrested and are currently undergoing disciplinary procedures as stipulated in the police regulations. CP Monday Agbonika, FDC called for mutual accountability from the general public as he assures the good people of Edo State of the command's commitment to delivering policing services in line with best practices, the police spokesperson stated. In another development, the police command spokesperson said that, in its sustained raids against criminals through credible intelligence that some persons suspected to be armed robbers, kidnappers, cultists were hibernating at Kendrena Hotel, operatives of the Anti-Money Laundering and Terrorism Financing Unit of the State Criminal Investigations Department, SCID, raided the location off Country Home Road, Benin City on the 13th of May 2025. During the operation, one endurance OVOG, 22 years, was arrested while others later identified as Clinton, Jeff, Mike, and Emmanuel alias Slim Khalifa surnames yet unknown escaped through the fence to neighboring compounds. The following exhibits were immediately recovered in their possession: 1 English Beretta pistol, 1 locally fabricated pistol, 1 ammunition, 18 live cartridges, 5 handsets of various make, 1 electronic tablet, charms and illicit drugs were recovered. Further investigations led to the recovery of 4 Mercedes-Benz vehicles viz. 1 black C350, 1 grey C300, 1 grey GLA 250, and 1 red GLE 350, all unregistered. The arrested suspects have been charged to court for prosecution while the manhunt for the fleeing members of the gang continues. CP Monday Agbonika, FDC warns all criminals to either relocate from the state or face the music. He assures the good people of the Edo State that the command would sustain its commitment against crime until everyone feels safe anywhere she is. Update on extortion incident along Benin bypass. Following the circulation of a viral video showing acts of extortion by police officers along the Benin bypass, the Nigeria Police Force, in line with its zero-tolerance policy on extortion and unprofessional conduct, has taken immediate action. Upon their arrival at the force headquarters, the 6 erring officers, including their supervising officer, a chief superintendent of police, were marched in to appear before the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetoken PhD, NPM, who condemned their actions as shameful, distasteful, and utterly unacceptable. He further ordered the immediate commencement of disciplinary procedures against all 6 officers involved. Accordingly, the officers have been queried, while orderly room trials for the inspectors implicated in the video have commenced. This reiterates the force's commitment to upholding professionalism, integrity and accountability. The public is assured that such misconduct will not be tolerated under any guise, and appropriate sanctions will be meted out in line with established disciplinary procedures, the police force headquarters stated in a press release on Wednesday. Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB on Monday reacted to a report released by SBM Security Intelligence and Reuters International News Agency publication of the report, which stated that over 776 people have been killed since August 9, 2021, when sit-at-home started every Monday in the southeastern states of Nigeria, with the SBM attributing the killings and the 30 travelers allegedly killed earlier this month around Okigwe-Owerri Highway and Umuna community in Onuimo local government area of Imo State to IPOB and ESN, Eastern Security Network. This, IPOB, in a rebuttal issued by its spokesperson, Emma Powerful on Monday, accused the Nigeria National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, of allegedly plotting with the SBM and Reuters to give the Biafra group a bad name. IPOB, in a statement titled, SBM Intelligence, Reuters and Nuhu Ribadu's hatchet job against IPOB, a failed propaganda war, said the killing of 776 persons as alleged by the SBM was committed by kidnappers and other violent criminals allegedly sponsored by the government to carry out numerous atrocities in the southeast geopolitical of the country with a view to discredit and cause public disaffection against IPOB. According to the statement, the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, under the supreme leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, categorically and unequivocally condemns in the strongest terms possible the latest hatchet job disguised as a report released by a faceless, compromised, and government-sponsored propaganda arm called SBM Intelligence, and amplified by the neo-colonial media outfit, Reuters, all under the shameful direction of Nigeria's National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu. This laughable fabrication alleges that IPOB's sit-at-home actions resulted in 776 deaths and trillions in economic losses. This is not just a lie, it is a desperate concoction by a drowning regime grasping at straws. SBM Intelligence is neither credible nor neutral. It is a mercenary outfit created to launder the image of failed regimes and discredit voices demanding justice and self-determination. Their so-called reports are fit only for the trash can of history, not the pages of reputable journalism. We challenge SBM Intelligence, Reuters, and Nuhu Ribadu. If you possess an ounce of evidence linking IPOB to these baseless allegations, take it to court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention and ready to confront these lies with unassailable truth. Instead of sponsoring international smear campaigns, why not test your fantasy before a judge? Let it be known and recorded that IPOB officially cancelled Monday sit-at-home in 2021, and our leader publicly disowned any individual or group enforcing such orders. Therefore, any attack attributed to a sit-at-home cannot be logically or factually linked to IPOB. This makes the SBM, Reuters report not only false but criminally deceptive. The timing of this publication is no coincidence, as the 30th of May Biafra Heroes Day approaches, a sacred day for Biafrans to honor our martyrs. This corrupt regime, through its rented outlets, seeks to deflect attention from its failures and sabotage our remembrance. This is the same Nigeria that could not stop genocidal attacks from Taraba to Zamfara but is fixated on demonizing IPOB, a peaceful movement seeking justice and freedom. We are not ignorant of history. When Biafra stood alone against the might of the global powers, Communist East, Capitalist West, and Islamic jihadists from Egypt and across the Arab world, we survived because our cause is righteous and ordained by God. This propaganda blitz is but a whimper compared to the bombs of the 1967-70 genocide. It shall fail too. Let Reuters know that by allowing itself to be used by Nuhu Ribadu and his gang of discredited Abuja plotters, it has traded its journalistic integrity for blood money. Let SBM Intelligence know they will forever remain irrelevant outside the corridors of Nigerian state-sponsored deceit. Let the Nigerian government know this. No amount of lies, no amount of sponsored reports, no amount of colonial echo chambers will stop the march of Biafra. On the 30th of May, the world will see a region stand still in honor of our fallen heroes. We are undeterred, unshaken, and unstoppable. Our allegiance is to the truth, And the truth is that Biafra must come, IPOB stated in a statement issued and made available by Emma Powerful, the IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary on Monday, May 26, 2025.
Osazuwa Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.